This is an Amazon rainforest graveyard. The land burned to make way for soybean farms. William Ferreira da Silva is earning $15 a day, considered a good wage in Rondônia.
How do you feel about the destruction of the Amazon?
He says, I feel bad. The smoke and destruction is atrocious. Scientists say once the trees are destroyed, the climate here is severely altered, because part of what fuels the rainforest is the water in the trees that escapes through the leaves. It's called transpiration. Water vapor rises and then builds the rain clouds. It's a cycle that is the lifeblood of the rainforest. But with the trees cut down, that cycle is broken, turning a once lush rainforest into an arid savanna.
Tonight, with 43,000 troops here to stop the fires, not one person has been arrested for setting them, something that climate scientists and activists say is an irreversible crime. What happens here impacts us in the United States?
Very much so. You already have some changes taking place, and what is projected is much graver. It affects water supplies, agriculture, all sorts of things.
Today, world leaders at the G7 summit pledged $20 million in emergency aid to help fight the fires. But it is yet to be seen when, how, or if it will even make a dent in the destruction now happening here.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.